Sagittarius Astrology Tribe, Cosmic Insight Astrology. I am your co-pilot, Christina. Today I'm going to talk about the Sagittarius strawberry full moon. I brought the strawberry over here. Listen, I just shared this screen and I just saw my mistake. I mistyped over here the strawberry. So, but you have to know we are talking about the strawberry full moon, which is going to be in Sagittarius at 23 degrees, 25 minutes. All right. I erected the chart in Florida because I'm located in Florida. So this is a tropical cosine astrology and EDT over here, Eastern Daytime. So let's talk about what is full moon. Full moon is when the sun and the moon is in opposite direction. So we all know right now we are living in a Gemini season. The sun is at 23 minutes, 25 degrees, and the moon moved away all the way to the opposite to Sagittarius before it became full for us. So this full moon is ruled by this amazing Jupiter who resides right now in Aries. And we're gonna talk about that as well. But let's talk about what is this full moon associated with. It is associated with liberation. It is a very, very liberous, idealistic full moon. And actually, I truly love this because I'm a Sagittarius rising. And because of Jupiter rules long distance traveling and liberation. And I feel like everybody needs to have a breathe right now and just go on and take some vacation, because we had quite a few year difficulties behind us. So this full moon is going to be liberation for us all. This full moon is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is in Aries right now, which is a very headstrong position. Jupiter is in Aries is really willful, often like really over the top, actually, let's say like very impulsive and gambler a lot as well. But you know what, Jupiter in Aries is also a lot of endless opportunity for us, and it is letting us to grow. So I really love this position over here. So let's talk about what is this full moon about. It is about, you know, Jupiter was recognition and achievement. And Jupiter is also associated with higher education, long distance traveling, older siblings, abundance, the riches. That is a really cheerful, optimistic, and expansive characteristic planet. It is a social planet. So Jupiter and Saturn, we consider them to be a social planet. Wherever Jupiter is, it's going to expand, no matter what is that. If it is something bad, then it's going to expand the bad things. If it is something good, it's going to expand the good things. So you see, for example, Jupiter and Mars actually were conjuncting before, and it was beginning of June 3rd, I believe, in 3 degrees or end of May, something like that. But it was in 3 degrees conjuncting, and yes, it was end of May because it's associated with, for example, fires, like forest fires, because, you know, fire is expanded, and Mars actually rules guns and rules war or, you know, inflammation as well. And we did have in the US massive shooting multiple times the last 2 weeks. So it's expanded that period as well. So, but other than that, Jupiter is really, we call it, it's a really positive planet. It is like a Santa Claus planet, like it's a giving, extravagant, but it's also really extremist and also lawlessness, because it's rules Sagittarius, and Sagittarius tend to be lawlessness. that is very creative as well. And it's also, you know, Jupiter rules publishing as well. So it is rules the media and you know, long distance traveling. So what can happen during this full moon? And what is going to create this full moon? So first of all, what I have to mention, it's going to sextile with Saturn here. So it's 23 degrees and Saturn retrograde, it is 25 degrees and it went to retrograde at 4th of June. But it's in Aquarius, a humanitarian sign, the sign of intelligence and the sign of intuition. Saturn is, however, limitation, but it is a traditional ruler of Aquarius, so loves to be here. And the moon here, moon or emotion, moon is the crowd, the people. It rules the woman as well, and it rules our emotions, the way we are reacting emotionally to situation. So this sextile here, Sagittarius and Aquarius, it could be something about, for example, women's right. And because Saturn in retrograde going to be not that malefic like it would be otherwise, because, you know, Saturn is limitation, it's delays, it is control, it is structure, it's the government. So, but it's not going to, definitely not going to be with retrogradation that kind of strong impact. So it's almost like the crowd is going to capable to win over the government here. So anything what you are standing for, if it is human rights, women rights, if it is something with immigration, because Sagittarius also rules immigration issues, or it is like almost like an exodus kind of situation here, then that Saturnian aspects, it makes it easier. So if you have any immigration issues, immigration problem, you can return to that situation and you're going to be capable to complete. So a full moon always a completion, an ending, a letting go. So if you struggled with an immigration situation and because of it's kind of sextile with Saturn retrograde, that is completed. Saturn is also a completion anyway, and Saturn is giving you difficulties most of the times or delays, but by the end, I really like to work with Saturn and I don't fear it. A lot of people fear Saturn, but I try to expect it as it is and work around it or work with it. So Saturn is capable to recognize your hard work. And if you are willing, and if you are not cutting short things, then it is going to give you a gift by the end. So this sextile is really, really powerful and beautiful over here. Still some challenges, but that actually it's opportunity. Sextile is not like a given or granted aspect in astrology, but it is an opportunity. So that's great. All right, what else is going to happen? Let's see. Neptune also 25 degrees in Pisces, also in its own sign. Yoo-hoo. All right. But it's going to square with this moon. Look, it's going to actually create a T-square. And Neptune is fogginess. Neptune is lies. Neptune is... Neptune rules a lot of things. So also it is the positive things is, for example, angels and holistic healings and creativity. Neptune is very, very creative. It could be Mother Teresa. It is a really powerful angelic healing energy. But on the bad side, it's also give you illusion, delusion, fogginess. It is giving you addiction, for example. And with this kind of full moon, it could be like, okay, that's a square, careful with drinking and driving, for example. Or it could be something like moon is your emotions, and because of you are numbing yourself because you feel overwhelmed. And you numbing yourself, it could be with drugs, it could be with alcohol. So Neptune related issues here, but it could be also like you are light too. And something like Neptune also rules hidden enemies, and it also, so for example, you feel something, you feel there is some kind of energy that doesn't serve you, but you don't really know where is it coming from. Where do you feel restless? Where do you feel like you are, somebody is stalking on you, or somebody is lying to you, but you cannot find out who is the person who is lying. You just have that kind of feeling because the moon giving you that kind of feeling. It also means like, I am so emotional, I cannot see clearly. Neptune is giving you fogginess. Or, you know, I'm dreaming. Moon is, and Neptune also, dream world, both of it. It is very, very good intuition. So, for example, even with that kind of square, it could create a situation where you needed to use your intuition, but your intuition, because of the square, was blocked and you couldn't use it in time. So that this square could make it difficult to remember your dreams, or to, for example, to use your intuition. All right, and what else it's going to do? Let me go through my notes here. Okay, yes, I know. So here is actually Black Moon Lilith here, and it's going to reside in 1 degree, in the first degree, and some kind of 50 something minute in Cancer, and Cancer is a cardinal sign, and 0 degrees cardinal is the world axis. So look at that kind of, it's still like an opposition, I would say, right? Because of, it's already in, it's 1 degree, so it's creating a conjunction with that world axis, and it is 23 degrees, so it is 8 degrees away, but it still creates an opposition with Black Moon Lilith. So, and it's still conjuncting with the sun. So what is it going to be? Black Moon Lilith is actually a mathematical point, because we are talking about not the Lilith, the asteroid, we're talking about Black Moon Lilith. And, you know, Black Moon Lilith originally was wife of Adam. And, you know, she didn't obey Adam. She totally disobeyed him. And she was sent away from Garden of Eden. And she been punished because they had children already, and who been eaten and killed, all of them. So Black Moon Lilith became bitter and evil because of her children that's killed. And we are associating Black Moon Lilith with abortions, with miscarriages, with stillbornness. So actually, this moon and moon is related to woman. This Black Moon Lilith opposition could create, like we might experience, a spike in stillborn, or in maybe in abortions, or maybe in stillborn children. So definitely that's there. Or miscarriages. We might have a lot of miscarriages during this full moon around the world. So I don't know how I can check that statistically, but I might going to be capable to check it and come back to you guys and explain if it's happened. But that, you know, Lilith is actually linked to secrets as well. And because of it's going to conjunct with the sun, some kind of secrets is coming out about abortion laws, for example. Yes, so it could be that. All right, and what it's going to do, it's also, because it's in almost 2 degrees Cancer, it's actually going to square with Jupiter. Look, Jupiter is here in 5 degrees, and 1.1 degrees 52 minutes, Black Moon Lilith is squaring this Jupiter, and Jupiter rules this full moon, right? We were talking about that. So that is a really dark and wild energy over here. So this square, because of Jupiter representing laws and justice as well, this could be something about the abortion law. So something is coming. Actually, I would say, yes, I would say it could be more abortion happening in the world, but it could be some kind of, because it's opposition, some kind of illegal abortion, and the laws are coming up here. So it is like restriction. So Jupiter is the law and not going to go through. So it's some kind of restriction. with that kind of situation. Also, what I wanted to mention, we have Varda actually 25 degrees in Sagittarius. So the moon gonna be 23 degrees, Varda, that is an asteroid. And Varda was the creation of the sky with her husband. And the husband was McCautry, Lazzy McCautry. And they created the sky, and they actually made sure what asteroid going to reside where, and they put the stars up to the sky. And she's the queen of the stars, actually. So seeing that, it is like, it is a positive energy. It is a regenerative and recreating energy, because Varda is really about creation. So the moon conjuncting with Varda could be like, we're going to recreate our own universe inside, within, and, you know, around us. So that could be like, because it's a full moon, you're going to let go of a lot of people around you, toxic friends, and you're recreating your universe and create yourself some kind of peace. And this full moon is going to be really close to actually the galactic center. The galactic center resides at 26, 27 degrees, but 26 degrees in Sagittarius. And usually we take 1.5 orb, but you know, 23 degrees is very close to the galactic center. That is the creation point of our universe. This is like a black hole. This is our plasma, where we've been created, the earth and the universe and the planets. So this full moon taking place close to the galactic center and close to Varda, who is actually the queen of the stars and the queen of the creation, it's going to be really fulfilling and truly idealistic and truly creative. And it is almost like on an artistic way we are capable to recreate ourselves. So I have some kind of true optimism for this full moon. And, you know, I really like Jupiter in Aries as well, because of, even if it's a fiery sign, you know, Jupiter rules Pisces and Sagittarius, but Jupiter in Pisces is nighttime. It's not that potent, it's not that prominent like in Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is a mutable fire sign of Aries. So it is a trine over here, not trine because it's 23 degrees, but trine with Sagittarius, with the sign itself. So I definitely feel like there is liberation over here. And I definitely feel like this full moon could be more positive than negative right now. And by the way, during the full moon, we're going to have, look, Saturn is in Aquarius, so traditional ruler, right? Okay, let's see. Then Mars in Aries. Okay, that is excellent over here on sign. Venus is in Taurus, it's in on sign. And Mercury is in 0 degree Gemini. So that is multiple planets are in their own sign. So, and you know, no personal planets in retrograde. So even if it's Mercury still by the full moon, by June 18th, still a post shadow period, retrograde period, but you know, the planets are already ahead, the inner planet, the personal planet. So there is a lot of creative idea. There is a lot of action-oriented opportunities can taking place right now. So yeah, indeed, I'm very positive about this full moon. So what you can do during the full moon, I want to actually tell you what I do, what is my ritual right now. I never do any ritual during eclipses, guys, because you know, the ancient astrologers and our ancestors said during the eclipse, you can't even look at the eclipse because it could bring some bad juju on you, all right? So I don't do any ceremony during eclipses, but any kind of full moon or new moon, I do put all my crystals, all my tarot cards out, and I'm saging my house. Actually, I go around my house, and every single full moon, I spread salt, usually Hawaiian black salt. So I really push away the bad energy. So I can start something new. And because this is ruled by Jupiter, right? And Jupiter is anything with lapis lazuli. So if you want to wear a stone of a gemstone of lapis lazuli, it's created and connection with heaven, connection with the creator, with the universe. And also you can do some kind of yellow topaz. It could be great as well. And you can do actually a cinnamon sweep. So for example, you use cinnamon in your house on the floor, you spread it around and you sweep it. And that is bringing abundance to you and in your family, for your family. And full moon is ruled by Jupiter, so I definitely would take some dandelion or milk thistle tea, whatever ruled by Jupiter. So you can create something from oak, or just actually maybe plant an oak tree, because that is the tree of Jupiter. And well, what else? Eat figs. Figs is really Jupiterian. So if you want to really create some kind of auspicious opportunity during this full moon, then you have to work with Jupiterian energy. You can do, Thursdays, for example. You can work with the number 6, and you can use some kind of yellow topaz, or as I said before, yellow stones, or anything golden. Jupiter loves gold and glamour and likes royal blue. So you can put clothes on with yellow or gold, or have a lot of gold on you when you do your prayers, and wear some kind of gold. All right, so I think that's what I wanted to say about this full moon. And prayers and altars are always welcome during the full moon. So make sure, even if you put out your and you drink your teas, and you drumming during the full moon to create space for yourself and welcome the new energy in, and let go of everything, whatever not serving you anymore. You can sprinkle on your tarot cards or anything, whatever you work with. If you are a healer, whatever you work with, all the instruments, you can sprinkle some cinnamon on it. All right. I hope you liked this video. And if you did so, please don't forget to subscribe or press the like button for me. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful for you to listen and have your attention for a while. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, don't hesitate to check out my website, which is www.urbanwitch.org. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope see you again. Bye.